Hi folks, it's Scotch Bob here again at the Vice, and it's in response to one of the boys that's catching in your reservoir. I'm having a torrid time. I just can't catch any fish at all. There's no many people catching fish, but Peter seems to be catching them. And this is one of the flies, kind of Fritz type thing that he's been catching on. So I'm going to tie a couple to try them next week because I need to try some. Anyway, in the Vice I've got a B830 size 12, and it's a kind of medium shank hook, medium to long, and I've got a gold bead on it, and I'm running some black thread down to the tail. At this time of the season, the fish can be pernickety. They do you know that. Even at the regularly stocked commercial fisheries, they can be so pernickety. Either very first thing in the morning they enjoy they'll feed, or last thing at night. Very seldom you're catching through the day because, well, there's been so many arguments about what's causing this and what's doing that, and a lot of it's down to water temperature and the lethargy of the fish. They don't like feeding when the water's too high, or the water temperature's too high, sorry. That's a bit of silver tinsel that I'm just tying in at the back end. I just tie it in, get a good grip it. All these flies that it seems to be that Peter's been catching on, they're all flashy, and he's been catching some big fish, and I understand what's happening because they big fish must be wanting to eat something. And they're not going to bother themselves for some wee morsel or a buzzer or something like that. They should be shortly crashing about looking for the small streamers and minerals that's in our water. Albeit I've not seen them doing that, but I'm sure they must be taking them somewhere because there's 1 or 2 wee shoals of them about, especially at the far side. And I've seen some at this side and the bay side of our reservoir, and there's been big shoals of them bobbing about, so you would think that the big fish would be having a look at them. Anyway, we've got that tied in, and I've now got a bit of black Fritz and tie that in at the back end. And all my flies are simple, as simple as they can be. They catch fish, and that's the main thing. I'm no an artisan fly tyer. I'm no great at it. I'm no great at everything that you tie flies away with putting hackles on and all the rest of it. As I said, I tie them for myself, so I don't need to be that fussy because I'm not that fussy as a person. So I just get it up, got a nice body on it. Now these Fritz things that he's been catching them with orange, green, and this black colour here. So I think what it is just, once you'll see what we're going to do with overwing, it's just the flash, and I think that that's why he's catching regular, these bigger size fish, 4s and 5 punners. Better than most people are doing in our reservoir. I looked to book for the last fortnight or so, and 10 fishers a day. I don't know how many pages it was a lot of pages, and there was only 20 fish caught. So it's hard, and I think a lot of us Ogden fishermen that have been on the water for 2 or 3 years, when it comes to July, we give up. We just say, well, no fish, so we don't fish it, or we don't even really try when we go to fish it. So just grip that in at the back of the bead and give a good few turns to hold it, and then trim off the excess. No, with these scissors you'll know above it because they're my blunt ones. Trim off the excess and bring the thread back a wee bit because you want to tie this back along the back. That's it, that's the way I like it, along the back. That's the way it shows in Peter's. He sent us a couple of photos of them. So, and that's it complete really. So He's been fishing them on a floating line, and his leader's not that big, 8 to 10 feet, and he's been catching. He's not catching 100, but he's catching more than the rest of us are catching. And I think it's down to him being a first-year member. I think us members here just kind of gear up, in honesty, and when it comes to July and August, then we don't fish as hard as we should. Anyway, that's it. It's just a black Fritz fly. I haven't even got a name for it. We'll come up with something. I'll get it onto the YouTube, and you can. I hope you enjoy it. And as I said, it's been catching fish, so who am I to argue with it? I'll give it a bash when I go on Sunday. Again, thanks for watching in tight line.